In the last video, I laid some foundational information regarding how to loose our minds, which is my unique method of meditation. We went over the why, which in short is about creating our own philosophy and direction in life, seeing the ego for what it is, only one option in the infinitude of all possibilities, and why using the practice in this video will give you access to God, to that infinitude of pure creation and all possibilities, which you will eventually come to know as yourself. An important thing to note is that the information in this method is a transmission, meaning it can only be articulated and intellectualized up here in the mind on a surface level. So to actually receive the full transmission, we must experiment with it on a physical level, which will then allow for the spiritual experience to fully resonate. That in mind, let's begin opening to this transmission by getting ourselves down from the busy mind into the body, where clarity through sensation awaits. So first, we're going to stand up and allow whatever movement in the body wants to come through to come through. So whatever the body desires in this moment, just let it flow through us for 2 minutes. Don't overthink this. Remember, this is about getting into the body, so don't get stuck in the mind. If you can't sense what movement your body wants in the moment, just pick one and act it out. Ask your body if it likes this, and listen. The body won't come in and berate you with criticism and judgment. If you hear that voice, that is not the voice of the body. It will greet you with sensation. Any question you have for the body, it's going to reply to you with sensation. So it might be feeling expansions. You might notice some expansive feelings or a feeling of contraction. These are most common. Address that feeling, whichever way you feel it, accordingly. If you sense expansion, give your body more of that particular movement expression. If you sense tightness or constriction, then slow down with that sensation wherever you're noticing it and breathe into it. Maybe touch it and soothe it with your hands. You can sway, you can stretch, you can shake, you can dance, or even jump. Just loose your mind and let the body play. Once that feels complete, stay standing or sit in a comfortable chair where you can have your feet actually resting on the floor. And sit comfortably in whatever posture feels okay, that you can stay there for a while. And if you feel the need to change your posture, do that as needed. This isn't a rigid practice. This is your practice. So there is no way to do this wrong. What you're doing here is getting balanced in place. What makes this practice of stillness successful is patterning in the knowing of your personal limitations for balance. So the better we know the edges for our physical balance, the external, the better we know our edges for emotional and mental balance, which is the internal. They mirror each other. To bring us further into this state of balance, I'm going to walk you through a visualization. So go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to just picture your feet there on the floor with the roots of a plant coming out actually from your feet. So just like a plant would, you're going to send roots from the bottom of your feet. You're going to visualize sending roots from the bottom of your feet down through the floor, into the ground, into Mother Earth, down, 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 all the way down, into the soil, into this great mother that has been carrying us, supporting us, and gifting us with our own unique definition through form for as long as we've been alive. You're going to recognize that unconditionally loving Mother Earth, through the roots coming straight out of the bottom of your feet, down deep into the soil. And as you feel that expression, just allow your awareness to move all the way into Mother Earth. Feel grounded there, rooted firmly here, with her gravitational support, always unconditionally supporting you. And then I'm going to ask you to visualize just a body scan. You're going to move your attention up, back through the roots, all the way back into your feet and up through your ankles and calves and kneecaps. Just slowly scanning the body and noticing what's there, not trying to change anything, just noticing. And as you do that, you're just going to continue the body scan all the way up through the thighs, the pelvis, the stomach, up through the chest, arms, fingertips, back up through the shoulders and into the neck. And we're going to just slow down here for another moment and relax our tongue and our jaw. When we relax our tongue, we're just noticing how the tongue runs all the way down through the center channel of the body. When we relax the tongue, we relax all the way down through the genitals, just allowing the core center of our body to really reach some relaxation there. And then we're going to continue that body scan up through the neck and jaw, all the way up into the face. Just noticing what's there behind the eyes, around the skull, and all the way up to the crown of the head. And here at the crown, just notice any tension here. It's all allowed. It's all allowed. We can bring some breath there if we'd like. Whatever we find is okay. And now at the crown of the head, I want you to visualize actually the head having a beam of light coming from it, almost like a splitting of this beautiful mind of yours, allowing this light to flow out of it, this creative, endless white light that just pours right out into the ethers, straight up from you, connects you to Father Sky, to the sun and the stars above, the unconditionally loving sky and sun that has held us and nourished us with its light, its rain, its atmosphere for as long as we've been alive. And just notice this as the unconditionally loving Father, Father Sky. And as you are visualizing that, just feel yourself expand out through the crown of the head, through this bright light, connecting with Father Sky, connecting with the boundless, unconditional love that it's offered you day in and day out. Know this as the access to the endless, to the collective unconscious. And feel yourself now just suspended, balanced between the two unconditionally loving parents that we've all been supported and nurtured by, Mother Earth and Father Sky. Allow yourself to feel what it is to be an unconditionally loved child, a being held between a love like nothing else. And from this loving, supported, stable place, we'll move further into the body by using the lungs as the access point. So now we'll move into a practice of 9 breaths. I call it the 9 breaths with purpose. So for the first 3 breaths, we're going to breathe into physical tension. The second 3 breaths will breathe into emotional tension, and the third 3 breaths will move into mental tension. And all of the breaths can go like follows if it feels good for you. Breathing in through the nose, all the way down into the deep belly. You can even place your hand on the belly to feel it expand. And then exhaling through the mouth at least twice as long. Just doing another one of those, preparing us for our 9 breaths with purpose. Good. And so we'll start the 9 breaths. The first 3, we'll be breathing into any physical tension in the body. So deep breath in through the nose. Just noticing any physical tension in the body, bringing breath there. And exhaling through the mouth twice as long. And 2 more of those. Beautiful. And for the second set of 3 breaths, we're going to look for emotional tension. We'll bring our awareness to any emotional tension in the body. Giving any emotional tension your awareness. Not trying to change anything. And with the third 3 breaths, we will give mental tension our awareness now. Breathing in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth, noticing any mental tension, and bringing the awareness there. And then you can just return to your breathing as normal. We are now landed in the body, and we'll be here for just 4 minutes. And I'll ask you to now bring your chin towards your chest. Just keeping your eyes closed, we bring our chin down towards our chest. It does not have to touch your chest, just angling down towards the chest actually invites the body to open and invites the mind to drop, invites us to go further into the body. And as we're here, we're just allowing for our heart and body to commune with us through internal whispers, through images or sensations, whatever it brings to us. In this slowed down, calmer, quieter place and space that we've just created, the sensations can finally be heard and noticed without having to scream at us. So just notice any internal whispers, any images, any sensations that come about. And if while you're here, the mind brings a loud thought, notice the thought. And if it's a thought that causes us pain, we can visualize the thought actually floating just in front of our mouth. And then just bring our attention to the breath. And inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth as if blowing through a straw slowly, and blow the thought out into the ether with the breath. Gently, calmly, patiently. It might take more than one exhalation to distance the thought out into the ether. We're just letting it go gently. It's totally okay that it's come up, but if it's a thought that we aren't wanting to choose now, then we just give it our presence by bringing breath to it, seeing it in front of our mouth, and slowly blowing it into the ether. It's been noted. We're not denying it. We're just letting it go. And if it is a thought that comes up that you want to keep, we'll visualize the thought actually inside of our mouth. So maybe it's a loving thought, a yummy thought. Maybe it's something that helps us know ourselves better in a positive way that serves us. And that type of thought, we'll visualize it inside of our mouth. Maybe you can visualize a loving thought for yourself now. And if you can visualize that loving thought and visualize it inside your mouth, give it several chews, just savoring the thought, turning it around in your mouth, feeling all the angles of the thought, savoring it. Then swallow it and allow it to nourish your body. Now we'll just return our chin to our chest. Again, it doesn't have to touch the chest. Just drop our chin down slightly, bringing us back from the thoughts, back into the body. Breathing normally. Reconnecting with our body and heart. And we can spend as much time or as little time here as necessary to recognize our ability to commune with our bodies and to choose which thoughts are to be ingested or to be let go of. So when you're ready, take another deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth slowly, extending the exhale. You can wiggle your fingers and toes, just coming back into awareness, back into the room. You can open your eyes. This is a pattern creating process. The mind and body work on patterns. So, to adjust how our mind and body behave, we get to take repeated action until it becomes our habit for being. So, you've just peeled back another layer of the rigid mind. You've loosened it up a bit, and you've created a groove that connects you to your body, where certainty, clarity, and your personal philosophy for life can be excavated. You can repeat this process as often as you'd like. Daily is certainly recommended for those committed to knowing themselves beyond the ego. And with that, I'd love to go deeper with you in my next video, where I'll instruct you on how to commune with God and access your full capabilities and create your ideal life beyond human imagination. Reminding you, as always, you already are.